Hi, my name is Jill Smalley. I'm a high school counselor. I have a Bachelor's of Education degree in mathematics and a Master's degree in counseling psychology. I think as a positive, teachers know better than ever how to teach well and how to assess well. As a negative, I think that it has become much harder to teach these days. As a school counselor, I can tell you I'm seeing huge increases in mental health issues and a lot of struggling families, and it's showing up in the schools, and it's showing up in kids' ability to learn and focus and get work done and persevere. As a school counselor, I'm not in the classroom, but I can tell you that there are so many classes that I see that I wouldn't want to have to teach in. I had a student once that was completely blind, legally blind with a cane, and she had an EA for half the time. She sat there the other half of the time. And I think that is completely unacceptable. The underfunding that is occurring is that students actually don't really have choice. That we are canceling courses that kids need. In fact, last year I could not make a schedule for a humanities student in grade 12 to get them into SFU or UBC. If the demand for a course is in a multiple of 30, then there are going to be kids who aren't going to get it. And I'll give you one example. At our school next year we have 42 students needing French 10. And French 10 leads to French 11, which is an entrance required for major universities in Canada. Now, when I first started counseling, it was a no-brainer. We would have run 2 blocks of them, and they would have had 21 students in them, in each of those blocks. But now we can't afford that. For next year, we're only going to run 1 block. We can only run 1 block, and 12 students are not going to get into it, and are not going to get French 10 this year. But I can tell you, being a member of a school-based team that decides on students who get tested, that we are only able to test the most needy students. The waiting lists are huge, they're long, we have to prioritize, and many kids are not even getting the testing they needed. So if any student is getting tested and is getting designated, it's because there was a strong need for that. There were red flags showing up probably for years. Because the underfunding is so bad, our learning support rooms, and especially at the high school level, are full already. Come September, they're full, supporting the kids that have already been identified. So when we get all these new and emerging needs from students, I'm supposed to problem solve that, and I have no resources to problem solve that, and we are losing kids through the cracks. That for the interim, we need more trained school counselors in our schools. The ratios for school counselors are way too high. I'm fortunate, I'm probably in one of the lowest ratios. My district seems to value counseling, but I'm hearing of counselors with caseloads of 1,000 to 2,000, and that's absolutely ridiculous. We are facing a mental health crisis with our youth. The incidents of depression and anxiety are going through the roof, and we need more human connection with our students. We need individualized learning, but it needs to be with a human being. It needs to be with a mentor. It needs to be with kindness and caring and eye contact and body language. And unfortunately that's going to cost some money, but I think it's going to pay off. You know, I think we need to be smarter. I think we need to do our research. We should instead be looking at countries like Finland, who are consistently at the top and who take a much different approach. In fact, they take the opposite approach of what BC is doing right now. They invest in their schools, they expect a lot from their teachers, and they give their teachers all the resources those teachers need to rescue every child. And I don't understand why we're not willing to do that.